Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack here on Friday. It is November the 24th, 2017. You'll look at the stakes races on today's program from Aqueduct, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Let's get into today's stakes races from Aqueduct. I'm going to look at races 3, 8, and 9. So races 3, 8, and 9. The third race, part of the early pick 5 from Aqueduct. It's the fourth running of the Key Sun Stakes, purse $100,000. It's for fillies, 2-year-olds, and New York breds. Field of 8 horses here, going the distance of ground of 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the Aqueduct main track. 6 furlongs, 1,200 meters. My top pick in this race, I like the number 5 horse here. Number 5, who is I Still Miss You. I'm going to go 5714 in the superfecta. 5714 super. Top pick number 5, I Still Miss You. 6-1, Manny Franco's on this. Jeremiah Engelhardt trained 2-year-old filly by a Majestic Warrior, who's by AP&D. I backed this horse quite a few times this year. Last 2 starts weren't very good, but the first 3 were pretty nice races. Most recently, though, going a mile at Belmont, October the 21st, and they made a mist for $250,000. This horse finished 6th by 23.5 lengths. This horse sat second early, kind of dueling early on, and then hit the wall. This horse is not a miler. I think this horse will be a better 6 furlong sprinter. It just wasn't her day to win. Before that, in the Seeking the Ante at Saratoga, 6.5 furlongs, August 25th, horse finished 9th by 42 lengths, dueled early, and then really tired under the line. Did not run like a favorite should run. A very disappointing run. But before that, she ran very nicely. She finished second in Lynbrook at Belmont, going 6 furlongs, July 16th. Second by 2.5 lengths. Sat second most race. Couldn't catch Pure Silver, who just ran a little bit better. Who was also running back in this one today. And then before that, at Belmont, 5.5 furlongs in the Astoria against non-state bred horses against Open Company. This horse won by 2.25 lengths that day on lead all throughout. Just had a very easy victory, and then broke her maiden very nicely in early May at Belmont. On the lead all throughout. I think sprinting here today, coming back to it, I just think this horse will run a big one. So he'll be a top pick at 6-1. So to recap my bets for the third from Aqueduct, it's the fourth running of the Key Sense. I'm going to go with the 5 horse, I Still Miss You. I'm going to go 5-7-1-4 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 8 from Aqueduct. The 8th race, it is the second running of the Gio Ponte Stakes, purse $150,000. It's for 3-year-olds here. Field of 10 horses, going the distance of ground here of 1,700 meters or 1.116 on the outer turf course. Mile 16th, 1,700 meters, outer turf course. Top pick in this race, I like the number 10 horse here. Number 10, It's Your Nickel. I'm going to go 10-5-4-8 in the superfecta. 10-5-4-8 super. Top pick number 10, It's Your Nickel. 15-1. Dylan Davis is on this. Kenneth McPeak, trained 3-year-old colt by Dialed In. This horse is on a pretty long layoff. Most races, this horse ran the 22nd of April at Hawthorne. I'm on 8th in the Illinois Derby. This horse finished 3rd by 4.75 lengths at 7-1. Ran okay. Didn't have the best of trips, but was closing up well at the end. I think this horse looking at her turf and synthetic races, has run well in the past. I think coming to turf again today shouldn't be a problem. I think off the left, this horse should really run a big one. Before that, ran the Bluegrass 2 weeks earlier, Keelan, on 8th, April 8th. Horse finished 6th by 13.75 lengths, 32-1. Had just no chance, a little bit wide, and just really walking under the line was empty that day. And then the Battaglia Memorial at Turfway, mile 16th, March 4th. Horse won by 6.5 lengths, sat back early, but got the lead in the stretch and took off clear. Very commanding victory that day. Before that, this horse had a race at Saratoga, mile 16th in a turf course in August of 2016. This horse won by 3/4 length at 30-1 that day. Just sat tracking the leaders that day, got the lead and took off very nicely. Very easy victory. I think off the layoff, coming back to turf today, this horse has run some very tough races in the fall. I think this horse could win this one, so watch out for him. So to recap my bets for the 8th from Aqueduct, it's the second Gio Ponte Stakes. Gonna go with the 10 horse, It's Your Nickel. Gonna go 10-5-4-8 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to today's featured 9th race from the Big A. The 9th race is the 68th running of the Comely Grade 3, purse $250,000. It's for fillies, 3-year-olds. Field of 9 horses, going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters or 1.1 1/8 on the Aqueduct main track. one lap around the Big A. Top pick in this race, I like the number 5 horse here, number 5 Actress. I'm going to go 5-1-8-4 in the superfecta, 5-1-8-4 super. Top pick number 5 Actress, 2-1. Jose Ortiz is on this Jason Service train 3-0 filly by Tapit. Most recently, his horse had a start to 23rd of September at Parks, mile 16th in a grade 1 cotillion. Horse finished 6th by 6.5 lengths, was way out of it early. Just wasn't her day to win. Before that, in the Grade 1 Alabama at Saratoga Mount Quarter, August 19th, Source finished 4th by 8 3/4 lengths behind Elated, It's Tiswell, and Salty. Again, wide post trot, going wide around 2 turns at Saratoga is not how you're gonna win. This horse just did not show up that day. And then before that, at Delaware, in the Delaware Oaks on July the 8th, this horse finished 3rd by a half length. It says well, ran a hell of a race. This horse just closed up well, wasn't a half bad run. And then probably this horse's best race, only career win, came in the Grade 2 Black Eyed Season at Pimlico on the Soft Mile May the 19th. This horse won by head that day and was way out of it. Was by in the back by 19 lengths going into the turn for the first time, but with a pace meltdown, this horse drove up on the outside, just getting up there. A great closing up victory that day, and then before that, had 2 races in South Florida, which were okay, but I think getting a mile in the 8th here today is going to be a little bit of pace in front of her. I think she'll run a big one, so watch out. So to recap my bets for the 9th from Aqueduct, it's the 68th running of the Grade 3 Common League. Gonna go with the 5 horse Actress. I'm gonna go 5-1-8-4 in the superfecta. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.